The big bags.
Oh, big one. Oh, damn. I mean, look at that. Dang. That's what you come to Sam Rayburn for. Holy crap. That's like a 7, right, dude? It's a tanker truck, dude. Holy crap.
You want to weigh it? You got a scale or something?
Yeah, I do. January 8th, and the traveling circus is not the only thing that rolled in to Sam Rayburn with the FLW Tour. You can see behind me 9 extra feet of water filling this place up. It's completely flooded out. Even the locals have never seen it like this in January. And to say that you can get up in the daggum woods is an understatement. I've fished around deer feeders, in people's backyards, picnic tables. It's been insane, man. And the fish really haven't got up in it that much. So practice was a challenge, to say the least. I mean, I caught one keeper all day yesterday on day 2. Today's been a little better. Caught me an old big one this morning, a 7-pound, 2-ounce giant largemouth on a flipping stick. One of the most fun fish catches I've ever had. And you know, kind of a random bite. It sent me on a wild goose chase. I went and tried to do that. I think I can get some more bites, hopefully doing that same thing. But overall, I've got a decent plan put together, and I feel like if I can get 5 or 6 bites, that I can do well. It's just going to come down to really executing when you get a bite, and I'm looking forward to it. I've always really had a special place in my heart for Jasper, Texas, and Sam Rayburn. We've played music down here a bunch, me and my band, over the years. The Seelys that run Seely Outdoors have always been really kind to us. Been down here a lot with TH Marine. So this place has always felt like home. I've really not fished it that much, but it's definitely a challenging event to kick off the season. But hopefully we can get it started on the right foot and kick the traveling circus into high gear before we leave town. Found it. You know, the thing about me is I'm really athletic and agile. Basically like an Olympian. The only thing I needed is all the way against the cab of the truck. Having these toppers is really nice, but all this plastic on plastic love just slides around. So, most important box of the day. In the wrong spot. This ought to be interesting. This will be my pep talk. Yeah, hello.
Hey, what are you doing?
Sitting in the boat rigging tackle right now. What are you doing?
Freezing to death.
Yeah, me too. It's dropped like 20 degrees out here since yesterday.
Yeah, the high today here is low 40s, and the low tonight is 20.
Yeah.
And the high tomorrow is 39, I think. So, I bet it's colder here than it is there, but that don't help your feelings much.
No, it don't help my feelings at all. In the least. In the least.
You getting your tackle ready?
Yeah, I've got to be at the meeting. They got registration earlier this year, so I got to be there, and so I'm out here spooling up a couple rods. When you only had like 7 bites through all the practice, you don't have to rig many rods.
Well, you just need 7 bites a day.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Especially if they're the right bites.
Especially if they're like old hammerhead yesterday.
Man, that was a good one. How big was that fish?
7 pounder.
Dang.
7 pounder.
Yeah, you catch a couple.
She was
catch a couple of them a day, you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Yeah, that's
it's easy.
It's easy. That's all you gotta do is just drop in the right bush and catch a 7 pounder.
That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hustling, all right.
Yeah, just don't.
I'm gonna
don't do
run this Evinrude G2 all up and down the dadgum lake. Woo, Ranger bass boat.
Don't do like Strader did and call it a Mercury.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, you'll do good. You'll do good. I mean, you know, how many hundreds and hundreds of times have we heard the guy that wins the tournament stand on stage and go,
Yeah,
I had the
that's
worst practice I ever had in my life, and you know, and God came down and pointed at this.
Yeah, he better hurry. he better get his hands warmed up. Get the pointing. Oh man! All right, well, I'll call you after the meeting and tell you what boat number and everything.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be in Memphis this afternoon and this evening. But give me a call. I want to talk to you tonight.
All right, I love you.
All right, love you too.
All right, bye. That doesn't look like a. Dude, how did y'all ever wind up in this neighborhood? So you and Russell own a house together.
Yeah, me, Russell, and Brent. Yeah.
And Brent own a house together in Zavala.
Zavala.
Zavalian.
It's a Zavalian house.
It sounds like something on Game of Thrones.
Well, we end up changing quite a few of the names around here to fit.
Well,
Zavala is kind of nice. Zavala.
Here's the thing,
fits.
man. Like, y'all invited me to stay, and I really appreciate it. But when you pull up, I mean,
have you been good? Yes.
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
well,
they're questionable
listen,
neighbors,
this is the
right?
nice.
Like
we live in the nicer part of the neighborhood.
Oh, son.
You haven't been down that other road.
When we travel all over the place, you stay at hotels. You gotta lock your stuff up with locker bars and stuff. And you're like, oh man, I don't want to get my stuff stolen. Have you ever had any trouble around here?
No, we've never. Look, we leave all of our rides out every day. We've only been broken into once, but we weren't here. And
you got robbed?
Yeah, but they only took there's not much in there to take. So they took I know they took a TV, which Russell found somewhere that was kind of one of those deals.
That's a
no, it was
like
it was a nice flat screen. It was like $50 or something. I think they stole like 2 or 3. Oh, they did. They stole all of our beer. We had some beer in there. I forgot about that. They literally took our beer in the fridge, and the meat they took the beer and the meat, the TV, which was weird because they sat down and ate. There was a Whataburger bag that they sat down and ate Whataburger and left it all there.
Only in Texas can your butt get robbed and they leave Whataburger.
I swear to you, they left the Whataburger. We were like,
else.
you know, and so there's not a Whataburger in a long time, like 30 miles.
Jasper. Jasper's the closest.
Yeah, that was
they had spicy ketchup and stole your damn TV.
And we reported it, and he said there's some guys down there. They just got out of prison, but they're already back. They're back in. Much,
everybody just got out of prison.
Yeah.
right here in this little loop.
But those guys went back to prison. We haven't been robbed since.
I hope they don't watch this. Y'all gonna get robbed again.
They got a TV. They got ours.
We're going to the registration and rules meeting. This is where Bill Taylor tells us, hey boys, no fighting out there. We need you to use proper etiquette on the water. We don't need you breaking no rules. This one's gonna be interesting because we all gotta use GoPros.
And
half of these guys aren't gonna even know what a GoPro is, and Bill's gonna try to explain. Well, you put your card in there, and you press the power. I love Bill. But yes, every Wednesday registration, and we're all dolled up because we gotta take new pictures. It's Bill Dance. Look, it's Bill Dance. What are you doing?
Barely do it.
I saw you yesterday. I blew the horn when I came by.
Was I whining in a fish?
No, you were driving.
No, I just kind of figured out where I thought I do.
Trying to figure out where you were.
I do if I was whining in a fish. You know where you saw.
Of course, I marked those places.
I know.
I see you.
I know.
You been all right?
I've been doing good.
I saw you killed a big deer.
Killed a 191.
On Luke Dunkin for some time. You know, back a few years back, I've been with FLW and especially the tour since 1996, so I know all the guys. I see the heroes and I see the wannabes and I see the stars. And I'll never forget, Luke, he's one of these guys that you latch on to, unfortunately. But he started out as a co-angler. And I thought, who is this guy? Where's he from? I said, one of them other Tennessee boys. I said, that's gotta be Wesley Strader's brother, cousin, or something. They're too much alike. Then all of a sudden, I got to watching, and of course, Luke was a co-angler, and was doing pretty good actually as a co-angler. So he got my attention that way. But then I noticed that Gum and him, Wesley Strader, were big buddies. You know, Wesley though, he was always after a sponsorship of some sort. So I said, well, he's buttering up Luke Dunkin, TH Marine, that group over there. You know, Luke was new to TH and everything. But what really got me is when Luke finally made the Forest Wood Cup, and my goodness, you'd have thought he died and went to heaven. I'd never seen anyone more excited, and you think he talked then? Well, you should have been behind the stage in Hot Springs, Arkansas, when he walked out there with a big stringer of fish. And it just made me so happy to see somebody like Luke be successful.
I'm tired. If I look tired, it's because I am tired. We had a motorcycle came through last night about 3 in the morning into Todd and Russell's neighborhood, revving up his engine. I don't know what that was all about, but I tossed and turned a little bit because I was worried about our stuff. I thought somebody might be breaking in the boat. So got up and did my tackle this morning, and then our meeting was at 11:30, our registration and everything. So I went and did that, and then FLW had asked me to help with the marshal registration. So I did that. So it's 5 after 5 right now, and I'm already tired before the first day. But it beats digging ditches. And now we're headed to the house. Spank, Scott Arms, the diesel from Ranger, is cooking like prime rib or something crazy on the grill out at Russell and Todd's. There's going to be a bunch of folks over there, so we're fixing to head to kind of a little house party, traveling circus style. We'll see how this is going to be. The diesel, Mr. Scott Arms, cooked for all these people on the world's crappiest grill. He's used to his Traeger.
I'm used to my Traeger.
He's used to his Traeger. To him, it's crappy. To Russell's neighborhood, it's the best thing they got.
It's pretty high quality for the neighborhood.
You take a swing around.
Making fun of my neighborhood?
No, sorry, Russell. Russell's actually the president of the Homeowners Association.
Yeah, we're actually having a vote on whether Luke can park his truck here overnight in the neighborhood because it's really only really nice stuff here. So Luke's bringing the neighborhood down. I think I can handle it.
We're going to see. What's tomorrow going to be like? Weight-wise, what do you think at the end of 4 days? What do we expect?
From y'all's
I'll say
this.
Expertise.
If it was a team event, me and Russell would be wrong. If it was a team event, you could go out there and not catch a limit for 4 days, and for whatever reason, 25 to 30 pounds will win this thing.
So it is like at every tour event, y'all fished last year. I fished them for 4 years, and everybody always sandbags, right? But I think it's tough.
I think it's definitely.
I know you the second day. You're like, it was one of the worst days I've ever had on Rayburn.
Yeah,
I had one keeper all day that day, 3 or 4 the first day, like 3 yesterday. It's not easy.
Yeah, I had 3 the
getting
first
a limit.
day.
Honestly, it's gonna be in the back of my mind. Like it's scary. Like
it's scary to us.
Yeah, I know.
It's scary if it was a normal January event.
You told me that too.
Me and him have fished multiple team events in 0. Like we know maybe we should go save ourselves and know how to. I don't know if we know how to.
Right now.
I mean, because I can be honest with you, I'm sticking with what I got because I don't know how else to catch a fish.
I think all of us feel that way. Hayden could tell you, he rode around with me in practice yesterday, like, dude, it's not easy just to get a bite. Like, you can't there's no, like,
you can go get
say
one.
You're at Smith Lake and you need a bite, you think, I'll go throw a shaky head on a point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be able to bail yourself out a little bit. Like, here,
you can get a bite, right? Like, you could, like, I know how you caught your fish.
Yeah.
Like, you could maybe go get one of those.
Maybe.
But why would you do it? Because you're only going to get one, maybe.
I don't know. It's scary. And to start the year that way.
Yeah, and they're not all of a sudden going to start doing like you can just feel it. They're not all of a sudden going to start doing something different.
No,
you can just see your pattern dying on you, and then you're just dead in the water.
I see what you're saying. Well, maybe at the end of the week we're going to add 3 more plaques. One big trophy and 2 more plaques.
Well, I was about to get in that. Right, so it's been nice.
It's been warm nights.
And I don't think the cold's going to affect the water as much. Like they'll be fine. But the problem is you got a partly cloudy, possibly rain. Like, it's going to change. They're going to slowly change. And some guys, it's like an effect. Like, it didn't affect me and Jason in that tournament, but it affected y'all for whatever reason. And so there's going to be guys it affects, and other patterns aren't going to be affected, and I couldn't tell you why. I have no idea. But it's going to happen to some people.
We'll see. The only thing that's for sure is we ate tri-tip tonight. It was really freaking good. That's the only thing we know.
Thank you, Spain.
Thanks to Spain.
Thanks to Spain. Like he balled out.
He did. I don't think you're never comfortable, but then even like Lanier last year, like when I tell you that for 3 days I did nothing but just catch them the entire time, and you're still the morning of the tournament, you don't know, because that day I never got a big bite, and I knew that's what it would come down to, and I caught fish, but I didn't get a big bite, and I ended up with like 11 pounds on like 100 whatever. And then the second day I run the same thing, because I just knew that I catch almost 17 and I jump up 80 places to get paid. So I think it's just that you know how it goes, but you just gotta, it's cliches, we all get out and say, but you do just kind of gotta take it one day at a time. Like, I love the feel and the energy, and you know, the national anthem, like the dead calm you get right at the national anthem, they do a prayer and all that, and it's just like, it's right before you go. When I start calling boat numbers, that's a feeling that I remember getting when I was a kid. So like the first Tuesday night of air fishing with my dad, it was just like all the boats taking off and everybody's in a hurry and shuffling around and all that. I don't know, so it's really nerves.
Yes. We're coming for you, Dickie. I caught fish over here on this little straight stretch coming in here on a spinnerbait the other day. We got them fire. Come on, be a keeper. I don't know. Not like I done before.
All the craziness of the traveling circus filming this was, I feel like we survived the first day. It was crazy, but we survived it for sure, and lived to find another day. And I still get to do this, and this is all I ever wanted to do. So we'll leave it at that.
I went over there.
What are you doing? Hey, I want to protest Sam George. He's got 2 bags, and I think one of them already had fish in it when he came up here.
I have 2 bags. One bag Brandon.
Here, hand me the one that feels the heaviest. I'll hold it.
What Bill do in this situation?
I don't know. I disqualify him. I'd let him weigh first and like hold him up, and then I disqualify him.
I'd at least let him go behind me so I can maybe slip it.
Yeah, I would rather walk up there and weigh my little.
I don't want to fall in the Beatles.
Exactly.
Back of line.
Back of line, yeah. Hold him to land. He's a co-angler anyway. You're going to win the co-angler side, Sam.
Oh, I'm going to give him a verbal warning.
A verbal warning. Hey! What happened? Yeah, I know we don't have a fish license.
Getting it done. Come on now. When I see all these TH Marine stuff rolling up here, I expect the big bag.
Yeah, he's a liar. And everybody else here is too. Not y'all nice people, but everybody in the FLW Tour field, they need Jesus, church, something. They all lie. And I did what I said I was going to do. I sucked, right?
Holding strong, man.
Yeah, I mean, at least I'm consistent. If I tell you I ain't going to catch them, I ain't going to catch them.
Would you have like been like, yeah, Sam, I think this is a good idea, fishing FLW, you know, blah, blah, blah. You wouldn't have done that.
No, well, here's the deal. Sam, I've known since he was about 10 years old. We talked every day in practice. Oh, man, I'm just ready to go home. This sucks. 2 weigh-in bags in the line. Liar.
Liar. 4 bass today for Luke Dunkin. 8 pounds even for you, Duncan. You're going to have to do something.
Yeah, Sam had 1 bigger than that. If y'all are keeping score. So here's how the FLW Tour goes. When you have a really frustrating day all day long, you don't get to come back and sit on the couch and be pissed off. That's not how it works. You come back and you get your crap ready to go on day 2, because it's a 4-day event for some guys. It's a 2-day event for the rest of us, and you can't quit. Even though I won't lie, it sucks. It sucks. I never understand days like today. And my wife, you know, I got a text from her that she just says, I'm sorry. Like, you know, she said, I never know what to say other than that, because she knows how bad it sucks. We're all super competitive. We work really hard, and you can't fish any harder than I fished today. You can't. I caught 3 of the 4 I weighed on back-to-back-to-back casts and thought, surely to goodness at 9:30 in the morning, I had the whole rest of the day to catch a limit, catch a couple big ones. It just didn't happen, but it was bizarre. Super proud for my buddy Sam George, though. Weighed a great big bag. His first day on tour is awesome. Been knowing Sam a long time. And another Sam, Samantha, brought me the best thing about my day. I fished with Miss Samantha Love at the Sealy Outdoors event in October this past fall. And she told me she made special homemade sausage. She's a senior in high school. She shows up at the weigh-in with this today. So you can see, I'm out here rigging, being mad, licking my wounds, being sad, and eating damn salsa. It's pretty good. Day 2's going to be better. Or it won't. Either way, it's going to be all right. Well, the mornings of day 2 at the end of a long week, when you don't catch them, are a lot harder to get out of bed than the first morning when you're like, it's tournament day. I don't know. It's go through a range of emotions with this thing, like I've said 100 times. And I'm really, 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 really hard on myself, because especially this year, you know, wanting everybody to see everything. And I don't know, man. I've got so many people that support me through all of this, whether that be my wife, you know, family, whatever. But like, then just people on social media. So whenever I don't catch them, like yesterday, it sucks, man. It sucks. So you're just in your head. You wanna rebound. I think that if I could catch 20 pounds today, I think that I could make the cut, which is certainly feasible. You see what they did yesterday, and you know, I had a big one the last day of practice, and you catch a big one, and you know, 3 or 4 more decent ones to go with it. You got 20 pounds. Russell had 17, almost 18 yesterday, and he had just some decent fishing. He had an 8-pounder. Those go a long way. Yesterday, you know, my job as a professional angler is to catch them the best I can, and it's to always have 5. And I try to pride myself on making sure I've got 5. I don't care if they weigh 7 pounds, but having 5 is the most we can bring in, and it's what, you know, I'm more mad at that than what my fish weighed yesterday. And I know that may sound crazy, but like, that is such a, you know, how I keep score with myself. I want to weigh a limit every single day of the season, no matter what they weigh, every year. And coming in with 4 yesterday and having 4 so early, and then the rest of the day just being just a train wreck and not getting bites. I don't know. I guess that's what frustrates me the most. But I'm gonna change a couple things up today. But the problem with changing things up dramatically is you run the risk of getting in somebody's way that really blasted them yesterday. You know, there are a few ways these fish are getting caught, and when you change it up, you know, and you go running around trying to find new water, sometimes you get in a guy's way that's really got a chance or could be in contention. So I'm gonna take all that in mind today and just go try to catch the biggest bag I can catch. That's all I know to do, and leave it all out there. And if I don't catch them and I don't make the cut, I'm gonna get in this damn truck and I'm gonna drive to Tennessee and see Marissa D and the kids about tomorrow afternoon. So either way, I'm winning.
Perfect.
Oh, come on, boys. No. Little guy, but in the boat. 15 inches long, so what we got is not a zero. That's always important. When you're in the mindset, I woke up with this morning, not zeroing. Just kidding. I wasn't worried about zeroing, but I do think any bass fisherman like that always is kind of in the back of your mind before you get a bite. You're like, you know, I've never zeroed in an FLW Tour event as a pro. I did one time as a co-angler one day, but you don't ever want to make that walk. That's a rough one. Can't catch up with him. Little sucker, get up here. Get up here and be 14. Do what you're supposed to do. Act right. He's got black lips. He's been kissing some goth girl. Some old gothic girl. Been listening to daggum punk rock music and I don't know, something else. This is the comeback today. That actually weighs 7 pounds. What you can't tell, the camera adds a little bit of weight, but wouldn't you say he's a 7? Yeah, he's definitely. My marshal thinks he's a 7 pounder. He's from Texas. He knows how big they get. I don't catch a lot of 7 pounders, so that's definitely a 7. Yes, exactly. I got these big. But he said, it's one of them deals like yesterday. Like I can't feel it right now. Like it's gone. I feel the grass a little bit now. It's like it went just completely. It's probably an 8 pounder just moving along with it. Dude. Told you. He's probably got swallowed to his butt crack. Get the dang boat. You talk about light, dude. Jeez. Dude. That was one of them, my spidey senses were tingling. I think he bit it and picked it up and spit it out 7 times. Little turd. It's, of course they're pulling water now. This is the hard part. This is the part that I don't enjoy. I love this sport. I love fishing. I love, pretty much everything about it. But I told somebody in the weigh-in line, the one thing I don't like about it or love about it is the most humbling sport, which that's always said. Guys say that, but when you stand up there in the weigh-in line, and like one of my buddies, Terry Bolton, weighs in 33 pounds. There's all these giant bags. I saw Kurt Mitchell weighed in 24, 25. There's 20s. Jeremy Lawyer 24. All these guys, they catch them, and a lot of guys rebounded. And when you don't, and you're sitting there with nothing, basically, it sucks. It sucks. It's the worst kind of. It's the worst feeling to me. That's really hard to put into words, but. I don't know. Josh, one of the guys with FLW, when I walked off stage, he grabbed me up, and because I guess he could see my body language, and he said, "You know, this is only the first one. There are 6 more." So somehow next week I'll get there mentally, but I'm gonna be pissed off about this for a while. If we're just being honest, I at myself, not at anything else. I lost fish today. I should have had a limit. They wouldn't have weighed anything. It wouldn't have mattered. Probably a couple pounds more. I might have had 9 or 10 pounds maybe. I never had any opportunities. I think I practiced wrong for this event. I came into it with a wrong mindset. It's easy to look at now, but where the guys are catching fish, they're catching them the way I like to fish. One of the ways I grew up fishing. A lot of them are catching them offshore. They were graphing them. You know, I could have looked at them on my Garmin's, found them, whatever. I didn't do that. I didn't even attempt that in practice, and tried to flip and tried to spinnerbait and tried to fish grass. And I just kind of, I don't know. I just went the wrong direction. That's just going to happen, but it doesn't make it feel any better. That's for dang sure. I'm going to probably go back to Fat Todd and Russell's, pack the Circus up in this truck, and leave town with everything I got tucked between my legs and drive back to Tennessee. And then we go to Florida in 3 weeks, and you got to forget this. It's like this never happened. You got to have short-term memory in this deal. Gerald Swindle said it a million times. If you don't, it'll kill you. But it'll take me a couple days, but I'll be rigging up them big rods for Florida, getting braid ready to go. My dadgum 6-cent swim jigs, some punch weights, some Zoom Z-crawls, horny toads. That's more my speed. We'll get down there, we'll catch them, turn the year around. That'll be the plan. From weighing in a jersey to this, in a matter of about 30 minutes. This is how the traveling circus works. You suck, you get to go home. But that's a good thing. We'll see Marissa and the kids, and I don't have to see Todd tomorrow. Just kidding, Todd.